Hi, I'm sure you all know me by now. My name is Vivian. What I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is going a little bit deeper into what plant charming actually is. Excuse me. Plant charming in itself is something that's very deeply rooted into shamanism, especially forms of Italian shamanism, because that is what I practice. That is my ancestral line, that is my culture, that is how I connect to my spiritual side. I do practice forms of shamanism, trance, ecstatic dance, mediumship, and channeling. But, excuse me, back to our topic, what plant charming actually is. Plant charming is in itself building a deeper connection with the plant realm and your plantcestors. Plantcestors are your actual plant ancestors. They are the plant spirits that have come from your ancestral line, from your culture, from your lands. These plantcestors, these spirits, they are guides and teachers to us to teach us the ways of our ancestors, of our cultural line, of our background, and of our roots. And when we build a deeper connection with these spirits, they can teach us things that are unimaginable. And for me, my practice is very deeply rooted into my Italian shamanic practice and line. I'm not just Italian. I'm Italian. My family came here from Naples, from Campania. They originally lived in Mount Vesuvius area, moved to Naples, and then years and years later they moved here. I am third generation, part Italian American. I'm also, my mother's side is also Cherokee and Crow, Native American, Indian, and my father, he's also a part Irish. So I'm a little bit of a mix, as you can see, but I've always been very drawn. I grew up with my Italian Gigi. I grew up very drawn and connected into my Italian ancestry, and that's always followed me. It's followed me into building my gifts and my skills in channeling and mediumship and my connection with the plant realm and the spirits. So that's something that we'll talk about later at another time. But plant charming in itself, it's using things like ecstatic dance and trance and using those to connect with the plant realm, to these spirits who are guides and who help teach us things that we need to better our lives. You're not just connecting with plant spirits in the practice of plant charming, you are also connecting to the ultimate divine feminine. You are connecting to the divine feminine of the earth in all her many forms, whether you worship her and you practice with her and you have built a connection and a relationship with her as a goddess, as the Madonna, as the Black Madonna, as in a saint like Santa Lucia and Santa Rita, whoever you consider your ultimate divine feminine connection, she will strongly come through to you during these times of practice. When I am in full trance, my guides, I have quite a few, but I have three mothers and they come to me in a very strong way. My mother, who has been with me for as long as I can remember, is Mama Diana, Mama Dejana, and Mama Deatana Gana. I come and address her in many names because she is formless in many ways. My other great, great beloved mother is Mama Cibele. Mama Cibele, she is all. She is the mother. She is the mother of earth, the mother of the gods, the mother of all of us. And in ancient times, her priestesses were known to be very skilled in the plant realm and herbalists, and they would help heal and work with the divine feminine through plants and through those teachings. And then, of course, my third mother, who's, I don't consider them one, two, three. One's most important, three's less important. That's not what I mean. But she's just the one who kind of came to me last in a way, is Mama Ekote. Mama Ekote, we all know Ekote, Hekate, Hekati, however you want to pronounce her name. She is very rooted in the plant realm as well. So those are the mothers that have brought me to this path, who have brought me to this teaching and have guided me to help share it with so many, because it is something so beautiful. During my practice, I use a lot of dance and trance. Like I said, it is the best way for me ultimately to connect with the plant realm. I do a lot of healing magic and herbal remedies. I brew things to help connect with each plant in a different way, but I also use a lot of different channeling practices to connect with their spirit separately. So I think I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. There's just so much information I want to get in such a small amount of time. There's so many things I want to say about it because it is so beautiful, and this is something I would like to speak about in more depth. Something I would really like to talk about in more depth, though, is what your plantcestors are and the benefit of connecting with them. Because plant spirits, first let me just say, plant spirits, they're not, this is in no way, shape, or form telling you at all that plants should be used as correspondences. I don't know, I get very passionate about this topic because plants are spirits. They have a consciousness. And when you are picking and choosing a spirit here and there, you're not building a connection with them. Your magic is not going to flourish because you are not taking the time to build a relationship. It's like meeting a stranger on the street and asking them, "Hey, I'm having a hard day. Can I borrow $5 to get lunch?" Or anything like that. Anything remotely, you're asking a spirit that you have not taken the time to build a connection, that cord that connects the two of you to flourish what you're wanting to happen. You're just expecting them to do it for you, and that's not how it works. That's not how it works with plants. That's not how it works with spirits. I'm sure most of you are aware that's not how it works with any form of the divine. So why would you think that it's going to work when you're working with plants? It's not. That's not how you go about these things. So I want to help you build a connection with these plants, build a connection with your plantcestors, working with plants that are related to you and your rootedness into your presence, your divineness, your culture, your lands from where your family originated from. That is the best way to start any sort of practice. The plants that I use most commonly, especially when I first started working with this, were plants that were connected to my ancestral heritage, that were connected to my family's lands, where they came from, like rosemary, basil, thyme, bay, different plants that came from that region. And it's almost nameless and wordless. Like, it's almost trying to explain it to you how I felt working with these plants. There's not a way to explain it because it's something you have to experience yourself, and it is something so amazing. I literally felt for weeks on end that I was a constant channel for information, working with these types of spirits and working with them in a hard, dedicated way, because I was truly, and I am truly dedicated to learning as much as I can about knowledge, wisdom, ancestry, the Divine Mother, my heritage, my ancestral culture, and how it can help better the world around me, and of course better my own life in as well. Of course, when you're bettering the world around you, you're bringing blessings and abundance. It's going to help better you as well. So plant charming is that. You are building a connection with these spirits, trance, channeling, divine meditation, sexual feeling of just being at one with your body in your own feminine alone time, or in your own masculine alone time, during your cycles, your moon cycles, during the times that you're bleeding, before and after. Those are great times to really connect, because that is you, or a cycle that is important to you, any cycle. But these basics are what builds something so much greater. And this is something that I would really like to continue to talk about. Plant charming is something that has been done for thousands and thousands of years, but this is just my name for it. You are charming. You are working a connection. You are building a connection. You are enticing in a way, communicating with the plant realm and the spirits that you have a connection with, however you have a connection with them. And You are bringing their essence to you to help you better the world around you, better your lives. There's so much that goes into this, but it really is as simple as starting and getting to know the plants that are connected to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this first video about plant charming in depth. Blessings.